What is success? How do you define success? These were the questions that we were asking ourselves when we were sitting in our cubicle in California, wondering what are we doing with our lives. We realized that success goes much further than just making money, but actually creating something of our own that allows us to travel and see the world for what it is, as well as make an impact on this beautiful planet.
So when we realized that what we were doing at that moment wasn't getting us to where we want to be, we knew we had to make a drastic change. So we quit our jobs. We sold all our stuff, and we said goodbye to our friends and our family, and we just went for it. We decided, if not now, when else would we do it? And we created a website called Life Out of the Box, which would actually document our journey of figuring out what exactly we were going to do to give back to the world.
So we took a map of the whole entire world to figure out where we were going to start our journey. After doing tons of research, we felt that the best place for us to go to was Nicaragua. So we hopped on a plane and we lived in some of the poorest parts of Nicaragua. At the time, the average person lived off of just $2 a day, something that was completely incomprehensible to both Quinn and I. But the way that we felt that we could understand that was through divulging into the culture. So we lived with the locals, we shopped where the locals shopped, we even rode the local transportation, which is called the chicken bus, because occasionally you do get the privilege of riding next to an actual chicken.
It was a crazy adventure. But once we were living there, we immersed ourselves in the culture, like Jonathon said, and we actually lived on $2 a day ourselves, which was by far one of the most difficult things that we ever have done. So after that, we knew we needed to see how other people were actually solving these issues. So we volunteered with various nonprofit organizations and went all around Nicaragua to the various different schools to see exactly what was needed in the community. We saw there was a lot of desperate need. There were no doors on the bathrooms. There was no electricity at all. There was no running water. The wells were broken, so the water was dirty. As we were going around fixing the outside, we went inside also, and we talked to the teachers and the principals, and we asked them, what else do the kids need on a daily basis? And we were shocked to find that it was as simple as just a notebook and pencil. Kids did not have the basic school supplies to learn in their classroom. We knew right then that was a problem that we wanted to solve with a business, because we believe that education is the most powerful weapon which we could all use to change the world.
So once we knew what our give back was, we wanted to create a way of providing these students with these school supplies without being dependent on donations. So we work with local artisans not only to provide them with an extra source of income, but to also create handmade products. Each product has hand-stamped into it LOOTB, which stands for Life Out of the Box, and below a unique number. This unique number allows the customer to go onto our website, type in their number, and see the exact child that they gave school supplies to. Once we made our very first sale online, we shipped out the package and we hit the streets and we bought some school supplies.
So this is Naomi. This is the very first child we ever gave school supplies to. We met her in Masaya, Nicaragua. And when we gave her school supplies, she started dancing in the street. She was so happy. It was such an amazing experience. I looked at Jonathon, and we both knew right then our lives would change forever. I started crying, and we knew right then and there we wanted to make sure that anyone who did not have school supplies to go to school with was able to have them. So we hit the road, and we traveled all around Nicaragua. We partnered with after-school programs. We partnered with nonprofit organizations who are helping kids with their performing arts skills. We even went back to all of those schools that we originally helped at the very beginning when we first moved to Nicaragua, and we gave every single child new school supplies for the semester.
So after we made the business sustainable in Nicaragua with our partnered artisans and our partnered nonprofit organizations, we wanted to see, is it possible for us to expand Life Out of the Box? So we packed our bags, hopped right back on that chicken bus, and we rode up to Guatemala. And we specifically were in a village called Panahanchel, where there's a lot of indigenous Mayan people. They also do a lot of amazing, beautiful work, and the indigenous Mayan women were able to work with us to create more handmade products, each one remaining with a unique number so that the customer could look up the child that they gave school supplies to.
And one of the reasons why we show the actual customer who they give to is because we want to recreate that moment for every customer that we had with Naomi. So we partnered with a nonprofit organization in Guatemala called Mayan Families that specifically helped the Mayan people around the area that we were living in, and we gave school supplies to all of their preschools, which ended up being thousands of children.
So after we gave to thousands of children throughout Guatemala, we wanted to see if we could expand one more time. But this time we did not hop on a chicken bus. We actually hopped on an airplane, and we flew over to the continent of Africa, specifically Morocco. When we arrived in Morocco, once again, we divulged right into the culture. We worked with artisans in Marrakesh to create new handmade products, and for every product that we sold, we were able to give a child in Marrakesh school supplies.
So this time, last year, we were actually living in the Medina of Marrakesh, Morocco, which is kind of crazy because now we're living here in Stillwater, Oklahoma. We're both grad students here at OSU, and we are in the entrepreneurship program just trying to grow and expand our business to all parts of the world. We've been traveling all around the country since we came back to various different universities, going into classrooms and talking to students to tell them our story, to hopefully encourage them and inspire them to get out there, go see the world, and go make their own impact to improve the world.
So our big goal this year has been seeing if it's possible if we could utilize our own business to empower others to give school supplies around the world. We did our first experiment this summer with a volunteer who went to Kenya to teach English. She went with the students with school supplies on behalf of Life Out of the Box to better help the students learn to write and read English. It was a really special moment for us both because we realized that we could give without us actually being there.
So once we saw that that was actually possible in a small setting, we wanted to see if we could take it one step further. So we had a volunteer who was traveling to Belize, and she knew of a school of over 450 students who really needed school supplies. So we taught her the process. The process of every time we actually give is that we ask each child that we give school supplies to for their name, their age, their favorite subject in school, and what they want to be when they grow up, to really get them thinking about their future. So after we trained them, they went out and they actually distributed school supplies to 450 students in Belize just this last December.
So now, this summer, we are going back to Guatemala. This time, we're going to try to expand our product line and give to more children. We've given thousands of school supplies away, and now we want to give to tens of thousands of children around the world.
While we're in Guatemala and in Nicaragua, trying to expand our business and grow it to the scale that we want it, we also have a team now, and parts of our team are actually going to be traveling around the world this summer along with us. And one is actually going to be expanding Life Out of the Box in Peru, and another is actually going to be going to Southeast Asia.
But the reason that we're here with you all today is not only to inspire and motivate you to step out of your comfort zone to pursue your dream and hopefully inspire others to pursue their dream as well, but we want to enlighten you guys that you can make a difference utilizing business. Whether you're creating your own business and going to give back in some way or another, or you're going to work for someone else, there is always an opportunity for you to give back more than is expected of yourself.
If you can dream it, you can do it. We just started with just a dream, and now we're doing it. We're living our ideal lives. If we can do it, so can you. So get out there and improve the world.
Thank you.